I didn't get to finish my competition season last year, and I couldn't go to some gymnastics camps. It was my hip and my hamstring, and it was so bad that I couldn't do a lot of things in gymnastics, and even some things in everyday life were hurting me. We went to the hospital and they gave us medication, but while I was on it I took total rest, and then we did an MRI and they said that I could just rest and that it should heal, and then we went to a chiropractor.
Her coach, who's also one of my best friends, who was sort of going through all the frustration with me, so she was calling around, and she finally called Wolfson's, the children's hospital, back again, and got somebody on the line who would talk to her about a kid so young, but was feeling this kind of chronic pain, but was in her situation, the kind of athletics that she's doing. And they recommended you guys, and she called me. She had talked to Evan, and then she called me, and I was like, all right, how soon can we be there? I had no idea what it was, but I knew that people that I trusted said, I think this is going to be a good thing. Olivia had gotten a recommendation that she felt was really strong, and I was sort of desperate, and we wouldn't have lost anything by trying it. So being able to go in and sort of meet you guys and do a trial run of what it would be like for Jordan gave me a lot more comfort. But I think that if I'd had to sign up, especially because I was signing up to pull her out of gym for such a long time, when she was sort of grinning and bearing it for a long time, but sort of slowly getting back into it, that was hard. And I don't think I would have done it if I hadn't been able to go in and meet you guys in person, have Jordan meet you guys, make sure that she was comfortable with you, and see what the process was like.
It feels like my muscles are contracting and my whole body's tensing up.
I sort of laughed sometimes, when she was doing what you called the stanky leg during therapy. Having you guys walk her through the concept of how her muscles compensate and how this works in her head and in her body was a real revelation for her. I was really proud of her, because even before I had the electrodes put on myself, it was obviously difficult. I could see her fighting through it. And it's hard watching your kid go through that.
I liked how patient you guys were if I was having a hard day or getting frustrated.
Whether it was with you guys in a very controlled and very professional way, or on her own where she was probably going to keep overcompensating and keep sort of staying in the cycle of frustration and stuff, she was going to have to fight anyway. So better that she did it there. The pain that she felt there was productive, and it was transient. When she went home, she was exhausted, like she felt like she ran a marathon, she said sometimes. But then she woke up the next morning and she was ready to go, and the more she did it, the more she sort of bared the pain and got through it, the more excited she was about doing therapy, because she just kept getting better. Our experience was so good. I've told, pretty much everybody that I knew about it. I had the coaches come in and do sessions with her so that they could see she's a different kid than she was before. And I feel like I sort of have my kid back, so.